Hello, welcome to Signum Academy. My name is Sparrow Alden, and I'm one of the preceptors. And I am so lucky that I get to be the preceptor of Writing Club. I'm going to demonstrate a little bit of what Writing Club is about by talking about the shape of story. Whatever story it is that you, teen, middle schooler, elementary schooler, want to write, that story has a shape. Okay. One of the shapes that a story could take is called the three-act structure. Have you ever watched the Great British Baking Show? I know I have. Think about the three different parts of the show. First, there's the signature bake, where we get to know the individual bakers. They've sort of introduced themselves. They tell you something about their home or a tradition that's important to them, and they bake something individual. That's like the first act of a story where we get to know the characters and what the story or problem is all about. The second part of the Great British Baking Show is called the Technical Challenge, where everyone makes the same thing. They're directly compared. It's high stress, it's high stakes. The mistakes are just gloriously funny. Sometimes even accompanied by frustration and angry outbursts. And the middle of a story is like that. The characters working together, working on the same goal. Maybe there's conflict. Maybe people are very stressed and anxious. Maybe some of them are like, okay, no, I got it. I'm in the zone. People, follow me. And finally, the third part of the Great British Baking Show is like the third act of a story. It's called the showstopper. And it is big and it is bold and it is showy and it's exciting as the last part of your story can be. Right? Does everyone do something a little different? Yes, because everyone contributes something different because they have different skills and personalities to bring to your adventure. Okay, so that is the three-act structure of a story. There are other ways to think about it, though. I want to go a little bit deeper than that. If I think of it as learning about the problem and seeing the problem get worse, coming to a turning point, and then resolving the problem, I'm going to use a triangle to represent those three acts, okay? Problem, turning point, resolution. But you know what? Each step along the way can have a little problem, like, where are my car keys? A turning point, when I remember Val borrowed the car yesterday, and a resolution where I wake her up and ask for my car keys back. It's a tiny example, but those little tension releases can build each scene or each chapter of your book on your way to learning what the problem is, coming to a turning point, and enacting the resolution. It's kind of fun. You see how the big triangle is mirrored, is echoed in those small triangles. We call that a fractal structure, but it's still three acts, just fancied up a bit. And this is a great way to drive a plot. But hang on. It's also a great way to go through a character arc. What if a character is immature or unready or unknowledgeable in the beginning? And the problem with that shows itself as the story progresses. Wow, you really need that knowledge, that lightsaber, to be able to accomplish stuff. They finally come to a turning point. They say, yes, I need to go to lightsaber lessons at the Jedi Academy. And everything else, everything good falls out of that. They learn the thing. They vanquish the Darth whatever thing. You've got it. There are consequences now that they have the new the new sword, the new skill, the new knowledge, the new level of maturity. That gives them a level of responsibility and ability to respond that allows those consequences to come out. Right? Sounds like a great way to drive a character arc. But hang on. What if you've got a plot doing that and a character doing that in the same story? They don't have to be doing all those steps at the same time. Maybe the plot needs to come to the big change and resolve before the character can realize, wow, I really, really need to change. Oh, now the cookies have been baked. Apparently I'm hungry. All right. Now the cookies have been baked. I can share them with my neighbor. Now I have matured in this way and I have more responsibility. That was a bad story. The cookie part was good, but it needs work. That's okay. That's okay. But you see how a plot arc and a character arc in either order can overlap and reinforce each other, right? Yes, that's what I wanted you guys to know about today. So, okay. We've got 5 minutes. I want you to, I'm going to stop. I want you to jot down the story ideas that you just thought of for 5 minutes. You can bullet point this. In fact, I prefer that you bullet point this with arrows and stuff, naming the characters. Ready? 5 minutes of work. Begin. There we go. And we usually stop and have some writing time during every writing club because so many ideas get flowing. Okay, what is next? No, don't read ding. That's not what I meant. There are other shapes to stories than the 3-act structure. These are some that have been described by a really good author named Kurt Vonnegut. You will hear all about these when we have writing club together. So Signum Academy can be reached at academy@signumu.org. Take a screenshot. Okay. There's writing club. There's book club. There's conversation club. That is in conversation, live discussions and making food and using currently living languages like Spanish, French, German, Japanese, Mandarin, Scottish Gaelic, and English for non-native speakers. We have preceptors for all those languages. Well, what's Translation Club? Translation Club is learning about historic languages and translating some ancient texts from Latin, Old English, Old Norse, Biblical Hebrew, and New Testament Greek. Yes, indeed. That's academy@signumu.org. People belong to the clubs through a monthly subscription. Cancel anytime you need to. What if you need to take the summer off? For example, what if you want to hunker down and do this 12 months a year? That's fine. We're so happy to have people in our clubs. Drop in, drop out when you need to. A group consists of students from 3 different grade ranges. Like we'll have a 3rd to 5th grade book club group, and we might have a 6th to 8th grade conversational Scottish Gaelic group, and we might have a 9th to 12th grade writing club. If you've got a group of scholars or only one, get in touch with academy@signumu.org and find out how you can be part of Signum Academy. I cannot wait to find out what stories you're going to create.